Okay, guys, so we have a massive exodus of stores in San Francisco, right? So, who in the right minds have the balls to go to San Francisco and open a massive furniture store? Only IKEA. I have no clue what IKEA is doing, but we're going to dive right in because IKEA may be taking some fat L's, and people are saying online that they're probably going to close within like 1 or 2 years. Maybe not even 2 years, maybe like less than like a few months. So what's happening right now is a massive exodus of stores. I guarantee you, these stores like Whole Foods, Nordstrom, and even freaking Walgreens, they don't really want to leave San Francisco. I mean, it is a tech city, it's a major city, it's a pretty good market to make money, but there's so much shoplifting that they lose money. Walgreens has closed down 5 stores in San Francisco, not because they can't make money, but because there's so much shoplifting that they spend so much money on security. They even have to lock up ice cream. It's so much money on security to the point that you just are not making money, right? And even with a crazy high amount of security, you're still going to get robbed occasionally here and there. And the amount of security you're hiring, I mean, it's just a mess. Okay, it's dystopian. And I have no clue why the Chanel store is moving to San Francisco when you got the Gucci store getting robbed and the Louis Vuitton store getting robbed and the Burberry store getting robbed. Only San Francisco, guys. The craziest place I've ever seen. And what's even crazier is despite shoplifting like hundreds of thousands of dollars and robberies going to the millions, there hasn't really been any arrest, which I've heard. And plus, the cops in San Francisco got their hands full anyway. They're down like 600, 700 police officers because of the whole defund the police situation. So IKEA, the global furniture giants, will be opening a store in downtown San Francisco. And it's pretty crazy because the amount of retail stores have left has shown that doing anything retail in San Francisco will probably land you like a 6 digits debt, maybe even 7-digit debt. And now we do have this store, which will be located blocks away from the city's Union Square. An IKEA developer wants to get some pretty good traffic towards its company store. It's going to be pretty big, 52,000 square feet, featuring 27 fully furnished room displays. And yeah, so far, IKEA is making a pretty big stand, saying that they will make this work. But what everyone is saying is IKEA in San Francisco will be beat to shoplifting by hiring the shoplifters. So this guy's quote is honestly a little bit funny because what the people they're hiring is mostly people around like the Tenderloin, mid-market, and Soma areas. I don't really know, okay? But the pay is pretty decent at $90 to $30 an hour. But one of the biggest things that they're saying is the room settings are secure for safety reasons. The merchandise in the market hall would not be under locks. I think that's a pretty big mistake because Walgreens got everything under locks. Here's the thing, if you got like a pretty big showroom of 27 rooms which you actually visit and all like the tiny little merchandise, like the little gimmicky things, like the lamps, cool little stools are all like in display, that stuff is going to go missing. I guarantee you that. But let's just see what happens because San Francisco got some of the craziest shoplifting, the craziest robberies. I mean, I've never seen somebody like break into an ice cream store, not for the money, but just for the ice cream. Only San Francisco, guys. I can't even make this up. I've seen stuff in San Francisco that I probably would have never even dreamed about. Not even in my craziest dreams. If you look at some of this, this is a reason why shoplifting is hurting San Francisco. These retailers are losing so much money. And sure, every state, every city has shoplifting, right? But the thing about San Francisco is the shoplifting is so intense that there's just no consequences. And when there's no consequences, no police arrest, this is what you get, okay? It really amazes me that there is barely any arrest. Sometimes I haven't seen a single arrest of shoplifting. And a lot of times after a shoplifting incident, the dude just gets away scot-free. And this is why you have so many vacant stores on Powell Street. This is supposed to be like an extremely vibrant store. These corner units of stores are supposed to be heavily leased. People line up for years to get one of these spots. Now, there's a lot of for lease signs everywhere. A ton of retail is leaving San Francisco. They all blame it on the shoplifting. And as more stores close, the remaining stores will become even bigger targets of shoplifting. In fact, some people even joke that if you want to make money, just go to San Francisco, rob a few stores, nothing's going to happen to you. Then you sell that as stuff on eBay. That's what a lot of people are doing. And it's crazy to see like none of this is even like being like enforced. Look at this video. I've never seen this before. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, this technically is shoplifting. Even birds and animals in San Francisco are adapting to the crazy climate. But we'll check this out. Of course, San Francisco professor complains about the psychological cost of stores locking items to prevent theft, even though it's unclear that it's whether shoplifting becomes a national crisis that some retailers can't. Guys, shoplifting is a huge crisis. It's a big crisis in the US, but it's especially big in San Francisco. I get it, right? It doesn't look great to have a big fat chain and a lock to chain up freezers so people don't steal your Fridays and also like microwavable chicken. But like if you don't lock it up, this shelf will probably empty and you get no sales. I mean, it's crazy. Like I don't even know what the employees feel, because if you're an employee, like you're gonna have to do like more work than other stores. Like other stores, you just walk around, chill, while people just shop. But here, like anytime when somebody needs the item, you gotta go there, physically get the key out, unlock the lock, get the guy the item, then lock it back. Happens all the time. And this doesn't even prevent shoplifting that much. It prevents a little bit, but people sometimes tell them to get the item, they steal it and they run away. Guys, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, when the city doesn't care, this is what happens to retailers. And retailers, a lot of them don't want to do this because you have to hire more staff. So they just leave. This is why it's so empty. I have no clue what some of these guys are thinking. Psychological cost? Guys, they just want to make money. Okay, if they're constantly getting robbed all the time, maybe it's time to clean the streets and enforce stricter laws. Laws are like basically water in San Francisco. They don't even have any enforcement. They don't have power in San Francisco. Oh, you shoplift like 2 G's? Yeah, you could probably get out tomorrow morning. And that's how it is every single day. And I feel bad for these smaller business owners, guys. I mean, I get it, Walgreens, stuff like that, they could take the hit. But these hardware stores, for example, these restaurants, these smaller retailers, family owned, they don't have money to replace almost $1 million in goods. And I guarantee you, these guys probably really want to lock everything up behind a glass shelf as well. But they pretty much lost $700,000 in a single year to organized shoplifting. And this is terrible. You know, this is happening everywhere. And it's not just in San Francisco. It's the whole entire Bay Area. Because these guys are in Fremont, which is kind of like where the Tesla plant is located. And they are experiencing the situation. And it sucks for a lot of these business owners. If you guys have ever seen those family business owners that run just 1 or 2 stores, it's very, very difficult for them to make money. The profit margins aren't that great. There's a lot of crazy stuff. There's repairs. And then when you add in crazy high shoplifting, it absolutely hurts the business. So it sucks. And I have no clue why Ikea is doing this. But hey, good luck to Ikea. Let's see what Ikea feels, because I guarantee you there's going to be news coming out about crazy shoplifting at Ikea. And I guarantee you all the shoplifters are licking their lips right now, looking at Ikea saying, I can't wait to get some of this nice, beautiful furniture from this Swedish store. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and see you later.